Hi, I'm Kristin. I'm one of the practitioners here at Liberate Hollywood and Liberate Emporium. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to connect to fairies and to the fairy realm. There's 4 main ways that I've listed out. I have a history of connecting with fairies. People call me the fairy mystic here, but it's because my personality seems sort of fairy-like to a lot of people, but I really do have a connection to them. I've always loved fairy folklore, myths and legends, and fantastical creatures and stories, so I always sort of did gravitate towards it, but it wasn't until my adult life, going into my spiritual journey, that I really was like, oh, this is a thing, this is a whole realm of beings to connect with, just like spirit guides, just like passed on loved ones and ancestors, just like angels. And just to give you a brief little overview of fairies, what I've learned through connecting and through reading and learning about them is they are earth angels. They literally watch over every single plant, every element, every animal, including us. So they really care for Mother Earth and all its creatures. There's someone that made a quote about every blade of grass has a fairy that watches over it and helps it grow. I don't know who said that, but what a gorgeous quote, because that really makes your mind expand to, whoa, there is a whole other dimension of these beings that really, really care. And I've learned more about them, that they can be mischievous. There's a lot of legends of that as well, that they have souls more like humans, where they have free will, can choose good or bad, which is where the mischievous sort of pixie came from. But that's why this is a little bit different than connecting with, say, an angel, who are straight will of God or source creator. Fairies being in the 4th dimension, that's usually what's agreed upon in the spiritual community, and that's what I believe as well, makes them able to sort of dip into our 3rd dimension to be able to be seen, heard, and felt here, but where they reside on a level where we can't perceive them in our normal senses all the time. So there still is a precaution to connecting with them, but they can be beautiful, helpful, wonderful beings of light and love. Okay, so here we go with the how-tos. So number 1 is to connect to the earth and really get to know Mother Earth. If you haven't spent much time outside, I definitely recommend it. And just getting to build a relationship with the earth, whether it's with a tree at the park or it's going to the ocean, whatever it might be. And if you're not able to go outside and enjoy the outdoors, then you can connect with the elements. You can hold a crystal to connect with the earth. You can light a candle to connect with the element of fire. You can light incense or open your window to connect with air. You can have a little potted plant for the earth too. You can take a salt bath for water. You can drink water with the intention of connecting with water. Any of these work with really getting to see the perspective of everything on this earth being made of the same stardust and carbon, and we're all connected. We're all part of Mother Earth. The fairies are connected to Earth so deeply, and there's so much love. And so when we tap into that, we're connecting to them as well. All right, on to number 2. To connect with the fairies is to be kind and respect the earth and all its animals. So it doesn't mean you have to fall in love with all of nature and every single animal, but that there is a certain level of respect of, if you see trash, picking it up, recycling, being more eco-friendly, treating your body with kindness and treating animals with kindness and not neglecting or abusing life forms on this planet. That is one of the surefire ways to build trust with fairies of light and love, is to be kind and respect the earth and all its creatures, including you. All right, so on to number 3. It's to make an offering. And this is if you want to actually build a relationship with the fairies, not just connect, because if you pick up trash with the intention of light and love for the earth and for the fairies and connecting, they're probably going to make themselves known in your life. But if you really want to build a relationship and work together with the fairies, I think the best way to build trust is to make an offering. And you can do this with anything. It could be crystals. They could go crazy over crystals, sparkly things, anything beautiful to you can be beautiful to the fairies, but also food. You can bury it, you can put this stuff in a tree or wherever you have the available little piece of earth to do so. Even on an altar is fine to have like a bowl of berries or something. Not that they literally come and eat it, but that they can use the life force sustenance, that energy is going to the fairies. That is an offering. You could also do something creative. You could sing a song, you could recite poetry, you could make music, you could make a drawing, a painting. That is also an offering to the fairies. And it's all about your intention. So if you have the intention of excitement and light and love and hope and belief and trust in connecting with them with a pure heart, then they will feel that and they will trust your offering and be willing to work with you. So number 4 is to heal your inner child. And you might be asking, like, why do I need to heal my inner child to connect with fairies? Well, they have that childlike, open-hearted essence, that fun, frivolous energy. And for us to be at that level, we have to vibrate there to really receive their energy. And it is beneficial to you, so there's no reason not to do it. A lot of us, pretty much every human, has some kind of trauma, right, that we've all went through. So if you really delve deep into that trauma, which is probably early childhood, right, that can really free up a lot of heaviness and a lot of mental and emotional clog and clutter that is getting in the way of your connection with your own intuition and to the other realms of dimensions, including the fairies. The fairies want you to be healed, and they want to help you with this. So if you ask for their help, they will help you. So whenever you do that, there comes a trust in yourself when you heal yourself. And then there's a trust in the fairies as well. And they trust in you. So it really builds that solid connection. The last couple of things that I have to add before I end this is just a couple of extra things you can do. You can literally just talk to fairies. When you go out to nature, or even when you're driving your car, you can just talk to them, and that's a way to build trust and a relationship and get to know their different personalities. You could also check out Jeremy Garner's videos on YouTube. I'm a huge fan of his. You could read Orion Foxwood's books, amazing books on fairies. Or you could buy a fairy oracle deck. I find that using oracle cards and drawing one, that's a way for the fairies to connect with you so clearly if you're confused at all. So I do recommend that. Thank you so much, and many fairy blessings to you. Have a lovely day.